Let's look at that thing. Break to the country. Sitting the money. That bitch is cooking. No, we gon' run it. No, no, no. Ready to jump out the pot. Where in the fuck? There you go. Ready to ride. I fuck with y'all because she got potential. Don't let them get you. Alright, we had a little technical issue. Hopefully we got that bitch fixed. It's been a long, long day, yes, Lord. Shout out to this nigga right here. Shout out to Bob Knight.
I was having a conversation with my little nigga and I tried to tell my little nigga, like,
I fuck with this song.
don't worry about these niggas, nigga. Always got your strap. You do what you do. Keep your ears and eyes open. You good.
You good.
Yeah, straight like that, nigga. You know where we come from. You know what it
Yeah.
is.
It just do something when I don't got that speaker.
Yes, I'm a black people to that white man. I'm just another nigga. It's my freedom to speak. The lips, the tongue, the mouth that you gave me the freedom to speak. Gotta watch my back and keep my eyes open. I don't need the freedom to speak. One in that hole, my man, I'm putting you on. I'm shaking that beat. But don't wait until I'm getting on. Stand around my tombstone.
And say how much you love me.
Because these nightmares that I'm having in my face, they steady stabbing, but in my face, they steady
Smiling with me. It's a cold, cold world.
niggas going five and six and walk the free world. Niggas locked up in the system behind nothing ass girls. Niggas locked up in the system behind nothing ass girls.
Oh, I.
Don't know who to trust, don't know who to love.
Shot that 24 karat black. Always. As you can see, we rocking it all the way through and through. Alright, so we already late. But shout out to that boy Bob Knight. I fuck with him. Let's see what we got going on in here. Yeah, no charges yet. No charges yet. Let's just get straight into it. Hold on. Cause the power was off, dog. Like we've been having some issues over here. Real talk. The power was off, and now the shit look like. What the fuck, man? That bitch ain't coming on. And see, that shit's still off. I don't know what happened, but that side of the studio is off. But the red light on the TV is on. I'm waiting on Brum D to get here so he can fix all this shit. They don't call him Tip for nothing. There it is. There it is. They don't call him Tip for nothing. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what the word is. But this goes on to what I spoke on as I spoke on it. I think what might save T.I. is that a motherfucker said something about a woman. But let's go ahead and read the let's see what's going on.
Okay, guys, so this just in. Former owner of the Glam Bar in Atlanta, Sabrina Peterson, ignited a firestorm of controversy this week after she accused Clifford T.I. Harris of once holding a gun to her head, which she later claimed occurred while she was beating up Tip's former female assistant. But on Thursday, January 28th, Peterson took it to a whole other level when she started posting alleged testimonies from multiple women accusing the couple of drugging, trafficking, and sexually abusing them. The internet chatter grew so intense, Tip and Tiny became a trending Twitter topic as more and more alleged victims came out of the woodwork. But in a statement obtained by Hip Hop DX, the Harrises refute all allegations. Mr. and Mrs. Harris want to be on record and, more importantly, want the public to know they empathetically deny in the strongest way possible the rigorously appalling allegations being made against them by Sabrina Peterson, a spokesperson says. The Harrises have had difficulty with this woman for well over a decade. They are taking this matter very seriously, and if these allegations don't end, they will take appropriate legal action. Following Peterson's claim, Tiny quickly came to her husband's defense, writing on Instagram, "Hold up, so you want your abuser to train your sons? He was just uncle 2 years ago. Now when did you say my husband assaulted you? Did you change your mind or change it back? What with you today, Pooh? I'm confused. Stop harassing my family. Everybody know you've been special, face slicing seminar lady. Please get help, but leave us alone." Peterson, who was a friend of Tiny's at one point, appeared upset with T.I. earlier this month after he criticized Atlanta Councilwoman Felicia Moore for trying to place restrictions on new recording studios. "Excuse me, Mrs. Felicia Moore at ATL, but our culture runs this town, ma'am," he captioned the post. "These studios and the creatives that work in them have laid foundation and paved ways to create opportunities for this city like nothing else could. Yeah, we might get loud. No, we're not perfect, but we've contributed to this city's culture and economic growth consistently for decades." An internet search of Peterson's past reveals she has 6 restraining orders against her for stalking out of both DeKalb and Fulton County, Georgia, all from different people. She stands accused of sending threatening text messages, voicemails, and emails. In 2013, Peterson turned herself into authorities for slicing and dicing a former friend, according to Straight from the A, and wound up serving roughly 1 year in prison. An anonymous source said at the time, she actually was wanted for attempted murder after she slashed up the girl who was babysitting for her. Sabrina had loaned the girl her car so that she could go get her nails done, and it took too long. K. Michelle was there when it all went down, too. 5 years later, a man named Gabriel Brunston filed another restraining order against Peterson, alleging she was posting false information about him online. Our respondent began posting on social media that P petitioner gave her HIV and that he wouldn't get tested. The court filing reads, thousands of people came to P's page making comments. R also posted that P was moving, gave his address, and that he was giving items away. P had people coming to his residence for days. Although Peterson's credibility is being called into question, the accusations against Tip and Tiny continue to fly on social media. One person claimed T.I. and Tiny made her do coke and take mollies and try to have a threesome, while another person alleged he tried to get her and her friend to do drugs following a Colorado concert. But some hypothesize Peterson is attempting to damage Tip's reputation because he's supporting Atlanta Mayor Keisha Bottoms instead of her friend Moore. Toward the end of her initial Tip confessional, she called on Bottoms to stop working with Tip. "Let's talk at Keisha Bottoms," she wrote. "You can't have a person that has victimized women speak for us. Let's have a real talk." In the wake of the explosive allegations, at least one person has come forward and admitted their story was completely fabricated. Instagram posts shared by the industry on Blast show alleged screenshots of someone saying, "LMAO, I made it sound so real, her dumb." Like, imagine how many other people are actually doing this. Just hopping on the bandwagon trying to make them look bad. Like, I did that just to prove a point and it worked. She just posting any random message she get. LOL, desperate as Either the allegations are entirely fake and coming from the same person, or the real allegations are being intertwined with the fake ones, creating an even bigger mess. Whatever the case, the Harrises are clearly maintaining their innocence. But what do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
All right, there it is. All right. All right. Look like we're going to be here for a little while. Look like we're going to be here for a little while. Yep. Look like we're going to be in this motherfucker for a little minute. Yeah. Look like we might be here for a little minute. What in the fuck? All the way. I need my goddamn electrician here right now. That shit is bothering me. Let me work through it though. Let me work through it. Let's get started. All right, who we got in here? Shout out to that boy Sean Jones. Sean Jones showed love. Fuck that $5 channel. We doubling that shit or nothing. Appreciate that, Sean. We working over here, man. That's why I had to come holler at y'all. Shout out to that boy Michael Jackson. Before I even read the nigga name, I know who that is. Shout out to that boy Michael Jackson starting that shit up early. And we moving just like that. Salute to you, Mike. Every time, my nigga. That's love. All right. So what did we just see right there? What did we just see? What did we just watch? I want to see this victim. I want to see the victim. And here it is. T.I. and Tiny elevation. Okay, let's see this. Man, come on with this shit, dog.
Message him
into, but first I want to start off by paying my respects to the legendary actress Cicely Tyson. Cicely Tyson passed away at the age of 96 years old. She had a very incredible acting career,
I can't even see them.
including Tyler Perry's Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Some people call her a crazy stalker, but whoever she is to T.I. and Tiny, she seems to have all the tea on them. Well, let me just say alleged tea, because all the allegations made in this video have not been confirmed to be true, but it's being alleged that T.I. and Tiny have been up to some crazy, wild things. Now, Sabrina first drew attention to all of this when she made this post on Instagram calling T.I. out for threatening her with a weapon. She said, the sad part about being a woman and being a black woman is this: the public praises our predators. T.I., you put a gun to my head in front of children, and I never called the police on you. But for years, you have painted me as the villain. Now, the Shade Room was able to capture screenshots of her comment section before she turned it off. Someone asked, Tim put a gun to your head? Wow. She said, yes, because I was beating up his female assistant that was treating Tiny like a slave. Now, Tiny did respond, and she actually pulled out receipts of Sabrina posting pictures of T.I. with her kids and calling T.I. a good uncle. And Tiny said in her caption, hold up, so you want your abuser to train your sons? He was just uncle 2 years ago. Now, when did you say my husband assaulted you? Did you change your mind or change it back? What's up with you today, Blue? I'm confused. Stop harassing my family, you strange. Everybody know you've been special. Face slicing seminar lady. Please get help, but leave us alone. Now, Sabrina went on Instagram Live and she clapped back at Tiny, and she also doubled down on her allegations against T.I. This is what she said. Your husband put a gun to my head after me looking out for you on several occasions. You are the better woman. You can say you're the woman that's always somewhere crying. You're the one that's always being cheated on. You're the one, but you're the one that wants to go run to your friends and tell them what he did wrong at X, Y, and Z. And I was so young, I did not know. I didn't know to not listen to a woman when she's going crazy and crying about her relationship. The only thing I knew is that my friend was going through X, Y, and Z, and I jumped the in like the dumb I was. When he was arrested, that one silver revolver with the long nose on it was the gun that he put to my head, screaming, bitch, I'll kill you, bitch, I'll kill you. He was on probation. I never once called the police on him. I never once started a case. And as far as my child knowing him, your children call me, your daughter calls me auntie. So as far as my child taking a picture with him and me saying that's his uncle and X, Y, and Z, that was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. My child has never been in a private setting with him at all. Let's be clear on that. Now, Sabrina continued to go in on T.I. and Tiny. She alluded that they do cocaine, and she also claimed that they seek out women to have threesomes with. And this is not a new rumor, by the way. It's actually an open secret that T.I. and Tiny like to have threesomes.
T.I. hot. Hot. He is one time he and Tiny invited me over for dinner.
Yeah, sure they did.
I was quite flattered. They were like, why didn't you guess what's for dinner? You bitch!
Also, a few years ago, Rob Kardashian revealed that his baby mama, Black China, was having threesomes with T.I. and Tiny. So this is not a new rumor. However, Sabrina is claiming that several girls have been victimized by T.I. and Tiny, and she put out different allegations from some of the alleged victims on her Instagram story. And one of the alleged victims came out and said this: I met T.I. almost 16 years ago next month here in Colorado for the All-Star Weekend. We ended up lost backstage at the free concert he gave at Nike Town. VIP and stage were upstairs, the crowd was downstairs. This was my B-Day weekend and I was 16, my best friend was 15. We were pressured for sex and to take drugs, even with him and his team knowing we were underage. So this right here is a very, very shocking allegation. And once again,
We can't confirm whether or not it's true. But if it is true, this right here is extremely disturbing. And Sabrina didn't stop there. She went on to post several different stories of different women who allegedly had some interaction with T.I. and Tiny. Now, some of these alleged interactions were consensual. T.I. and Tiny would pick girls out and invite them back to their room. But oftentimes, drugs were involved. And unfortunately, in these cases, a lot of these girls claim that they were taken advantage of while they were drugged. Also, some of the victims alleged that T.I. and Tiny would verbally and physically abuse them. Tiny would get jealous if T.I. was enjoying a girl too much. And one victim claimed that Tiny got so jealous that she attacked her, and when she tried to defend herself against Tiny, T.I. jumped in and punched her and choked her out.
Like you uphold you?
Another person alleged that T.I. and Tiny kicked down her next door neighbor's door and beat and kidnapped her husband. Whew, just a mess. Now, once again,
hold on, dog. I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't take no more of this stupid bitch. Because you can see, you can already hear the retarded shit in a bitch. Like you can hear the retarded, woo child. What the fuck is that? Woo child. Oh, that's just too much for me. That's just too much.
I'm so crazy, but God.
Yeah, I know some stuff, but golly, that's just too much. And that's like motherfuckers tell you, just like you gotta choose your news. You gotta choose your news carefully. You gotta choose what channel you watch very carefully. You gotta watch what channel you watch. Listen to how this bitch talk. Ooh, child.
She trying to tell you what opinion the phone.
She telling you what to do. She telling you what the fuck. I'm so sorry, y'all, but yeah, she telling you what the fuck you supposed to think. Man, that shit stink, man. I hate wings. That's the most bullshit, whitewashed ass wings that it is. Them motherfuckers make me mad.
I got quesadilla now. That's another door.
Real talk. I ain't know ain't no goddamn who the quesadilla.
Have not been confirmed to be true or not, so I'm not gonna say.
Hold on, bitch. If it ain't been confirmed true or not, why the fuck is you giving so much detail?
In some of these cases, a lot of these girls claim that they were taken advantage of while.
Hold on, dog. Watch this.
Drugs were involved, and unfortunately.
Listen. One of these fucking accounts says they raped girls with toys so high they couldn't keep their heads up. I say fucking dead bodies. How it seemed. Bot saying everybody was a victim, but they knew young girls were starstruck. This makes me want to throw up. I'm so proud of you. And see, motherfuckers wonder.
You can't blame them for wanting to fuck a star and doing anything you tell them.
See there? See, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And you got too much stuff over there. Folks can't even hear what you're saying because you got all that goddamn stanky ass shit, dog.
Nah, thank you.
I'm trying to tell you the goddamn shit smell like. Move them napkins so I can put some stuff over here.
Right, see?
That shit stink, man.
Well,
See, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. And yeah, I see what you're saying. But let me get a couple of these out the way. Shout out to that boy Nathan Cunningham. He said, support the men. You're exactly right, my nigga. You're exactly right. Shout out to that boy Seneca Larry. Didn't I tell you last time to put the spelling of your name in there so I can get it right? But he back again, showing love. My nigga, however you say your first name, Larry, you in that bitch heavy. I appreciate that love, my nigga. But this goes back to this whole thing. This case is so important because this is how one of the ways that the Men Too movement started. When a nigga can never say that I was just so starstruck of Jennifer Lopez that I just had to fuck. And I feel like a motherfucker. There is nowhere else on the planet that you can use my fame against me more than right here. My fame is a bad thing. It seems like as we look at the rap trap, the more successful, especially a black man becomes, because there aren't many ways for a black man to get rich. I don't want to say that too heavily, but I'm just saying when we see black men successful, we see them successful through being an athlete or being an entertainer. Not to say there aren't black billionaire or black men getting money behind the scenes.
Gonna make the spotlight.
Yeah, but it just seems like because we're such a small percentage of the population, it just seems like as soon as we become affluent, we become targets. Nick Cannon spoke about it. You even hear Vlad talking about it. Nick Cannon had to pay his babysitter $100,000 just to settle some shit out of court because the babysitter got it what she called headbutted by a toddler, and she sued for that. And he just went ahead and settled for $100,000 out of court so that you know what I'm saying. Like I don't just it's cheaper to pay them in that situation. So not only do you got motherfuckers pulling at you trying to sue you, you got niggas trying to get they rap career started by killing you or robbing you, and here the other side of it. Not to mention the label trying to get you murdered, putting you in places where you're going to get murdered so that they can do you like they did Pop Smoke and have holograms all around the planet.
As soon as you die.
Pop Smoke wasn't able to be in Paris, Germany, and America in one night to do a show. He can now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're charging big money for the hologram. We own the rights of the motherfucking hologram. Because we own the rights of your likeness.
So
and as I said,
they still got Pop Smoke.
Yeah. Pop Smoke ain't went nowhere in our eyes. It helped us out, nigga. We can put this nigga in 6 places.
I ain't talking unreleased shit.
The fuck? Anybody putting a feature out? The only thing now is we don't got to split this shit with nobody.
Yep.
Being successful as a black man is sad to say, but most of these fucking tribulations that we go through, it come from our own people. Yeah, the label, they're putting you in situations, but it's gonna have to be a nigga that killed Doe B. Yep. It gotta be a nigga that goddamn that Pooh Shiesty and them gotta goddamn be a getaway driver from. It ain't gonna be no white man coming up. They just put you in situations, and that's just the system being the system and putting you in a place where they know that your own kind is gonna see you differently, even though the world. Now, I've been said it. We are the only motherfuckers that look at us as different. The whole world looks at us as one motherfucking big nigga.
Yep.
But we look at that nigga ain't mine. That nigga goddamn, he this, he that. That Willie Lynch shit is still holding true 800 years later. But this is the part that this is the part that I really despise this part because it's so many levels to it. I despise this part. The main reason why I despise this part of the trap is because of the fact that there are lame ass niggas like Bun B. Did T.I. stand up for Meg Thee Stallion?
I think so.
How you feel, my nigga?
Yep, I think so.
Did T.I. stand up for him?
I think he did.
Hold up, let me see if T.I. stood up for it. Did T.I. stand up? Huh?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Look it up. I think he did.
Hold on.
I think he came out and made a little message to the toy or something.
Hold on. Oh, shout out to that boy, Mello Jones. Mello Jones said, goddamn, paying tithes. If what they saying, God damn it, I ain't got the phone. Get the phone off the hook now. We ain't got no, man.
No call in action.
Look, I know, but I ain't got no long enough plug. No, we got it. That's in the house. That's plugged up. Just bring one of the phones out. But look on top where the aquarium is. Look up top there and see if it ain't no a whole bunch of plugs on that bitch. I don't know what I can do with it, but maybe we got that bitch. Mello Jones said, if what they saying about Tip is true, understand that Tiny plays the Ghislaine Maxwell role.
Hey, what you thought about it?
You see it? No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
That's not horse. Damn, it is horse.
That man said.
Damn.
Well, this shit getting hectic, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. That's what I said. Damn, that shit is real. You online? Grisling recruited, and Jerry Epstein would set it up the real way. You can't look like Tiny and not be down for whatever. I just said that. I just said that. I just said that. Shout out to that boy Mello Jones. Mello Jones has some real shit. I just said that though. I just said like, but down for whatever. Let's be honest. We can play all we want and fuck whoever that didn't take men too serious. And you fucking right, Mello. You fucking right. Let's see what this bitch had to say. Let's finish out what she had to say right here.
In some of these cases, a lot of these girls claimed that they were taken advantage of while they were drugged.
Shut the fuck
Also,
up, bitch.
some of the victims alleged that T.I. and Tiny would verbally and physically abuse them. Tiny would get jealous
Bitch, you believe that shit.
enjoying a
Yeah, okay, act like she don't believe that shit.
And one victim claimed that Tiny got so jealous that she attacked her, and when she tried to defend herself against Tiny, T.I. jumped in and punched her and choked her out. I mean, these
And choked her out. What's wrong with him?
Another person alleged that T.I. and Tiny kicked down her next door neighbor's door and beat and kidnapped her husband. Woo, just a mess. Now, once again, I do have to say that these allegations have not been confirmed to be true or not. So I'm not going to say that they are. I'm not going to say that they aren't. But I am surprised that no one has come out and pressed charges against T.I. and Tiny, because they've been accused of a lot of things. They've been accused of messing with underage girls, drugging women, assaulting women. I mean, these are some disturbing allegations, and all of this should be reported to the police, not Sabrina. Now, if these allegations are not true, T.I. and Tiny will probably take legal action against Sabrina. Sabrina was the one who posted these anonymous stories on her IG page, so she will be the one who will be targeted. However, I am paying close attention to some of these stories. I'm not going to outright and say that T.I. and Tiny are guilty without any proof, but I am paying close attention, and I'm going to see how all of this unfolds. Now, I did find it rather interesting that Tiny's friend Shekinah came forth and claimed that Sabrina was the one who was actually helping them recruit girls.
Listen, if Tiny would pay home some attention, she wouldn't be even into it right now with Tia. She's looking for attention. She wants Tiny. She obsessed with Tiny. Like, she wants Tiny to be her girlfriend. Now, listen, this is my thing. It came out the Tip pulled a gun on her, right? How do we change from Tip not the victim no more? Tip is the victim and Tiny now is the legend. How do we go from there? So she done got mad at Tamika for taking her motherfucking husband. Here go the whole damn thing. She has a problem. She ain't talking about that how she Tamika too. I said what I said. Why she ain't talking about she done sucked his fucking time up? So why we ain't talking about that? Let's get into it. Y'all want something? Let's get into it. I'm trying to figure out why she ain't told y'all but she ain't. Why she ain't told y'all about she wanted the women who just go recruit them. Just wanted to what's up? Hey y'all. And she done had some of that too. Why she tell y'all? She's talking about all that Steve over right here. Why she tell y'all she ain't? I ain't never there wanna. I don't get involved. I don't know what they do in their life. I'm not part of it. But I know she done been fine. Well, after what was going on, she was in the threesomes and the folks. So what happened to her? Huh? What about when she was gonna get to recruit the whole school? What she had in this? Black power. You so into the power, but you the one recruiting the whole to come get you. But now, you say they're gonna pull the gun out. You wanna go with the gun. Instead of just saying you done been Miss Sabrina.
So Shekinah is claiming that Sabrina was actually recruiting girls for T.I. and Tiny, and she also claims that Sabrina still wants Tiny, which is why she's so upset. And honestly, I don't think this is too far-fetched. I think somewhere down the line, Sabrina was cut off from T.I. and Tiny, and now she's coming at them with a vengeance. She claimed that T.I. put a gun to her head, but I do think it's weird that she would have her child around him after the fact. So that's something that was confusing to me. And also, it is confusing that she's making this stance that she wants to protect women. However, this was the same woman who was fighting other women for Tiny. In fact, some years ago, she was criticizing Shekinah for not fighting for Tiny when Bernice Burgos was messing with T.I. And she even threatened to fight Shekinah, and Shekinah had to file a restraining order against her. So I think that's weird, and I also think it's weird that she's trying to paint T.I. and Tiny as these predators when she herself was allegedly recruiting girls for them, knowing how they get down. So if there's any truth to this, her hands are dirty too, and I do side-eye her motives. But with all that being said, I still can't ignore the allegations that have been made.
Tiny do got some lesbian in her. That whole eyebrow shit, that eyebrow piercing shit, that shit ain't no. You ain't got no reason to get that shit if you ain't on that lesbian shit. That's what that is.
Not no much of the way she looks, she gotta be down for whatever.
You right.
That's the beginning stage.
That's what I said. I said like that bitch. I said she probably a real dick pleaser. That hoe probably know a whole bunch of shit.
Fucking right.
Whole bunch of shit. Yeah, she hit the bag with him. Yeah. But here go the whole thing, and this is where the shit gets serious. When a motherfucker can get this much attention, a nigga can't get this much attention from saying that Jennifer Lopez had me at a room somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't be taken serious. But automatically, because she's a woman, and she did the same shit Meg Thee Stallion did. Black women. That's it. That's just go down the line. That's all you gotta say is black women, and it's just, oh yeah, we gotta stand behind this.
Nope.
And T.I., I gotta holler at you, my nigga. And if you are, you can call in now if you have the call in number. I gotta look at you side eye, big homie, because as I said, y'all niggas got all the motherfucking bullshit for a motherfucker, and then you get in the bullshit and you want a motherfucker to be like, oh no,
not him.
Yeah, you want a motherfucker to be on the other side of the fence. But it really make me feel, dog, like if this was somebody else in this situation, you might have been jumping on this bitch Sabrina side. Like, if this shit would have happened to somebody else, you would have been on the bitch side. Like, I don't trust a nigga who just hop on a motherfucker side because of their race, creed, or whatever the fuck. If you jumping on the LGBTQ side just because they LGBT, I can't fucking trust you. You don't care about what's right and what's wrong. If you jump on the side of the Democrats, no matter what. If you jump on the side of the Republicans, I can't fucking trust you. So, when you came with this bullshit about, hold on, let me put the number on here. About how the fuck Tory, what did he say about that shit? What the fuck did he say about Tory?
I don't know.
Big Facts Podcast.
What up, though, man? It's T from the D, man.
T from the D, speak to us.
Nah, man. I don't want to say the same cliche shit or, like, you know, some basic shit. But, like, you know, motherfuckers going broke, man. This might be a whole pandemic shit, you know, to get motherfuckers back relevant and shit like that. That's just one point. And then
Hold on. Who you mean?
Like with the whole T.I. shit, like I just feel like the whole I don't know, man. I'm always side-eyeing shit, man. Like I don't be believing shit that be going on in this media, man. I be feeling like a lot of shit just be bullshit, man. Which I'd say like 85%, but like it's crazy because you never know. You know what I mean?
And you're exactly right. Why can't this be a ploy by Tiny and T.I. to get a reboot for their show? I don't think that that's too far-fetched to believe. I get into shit like that, like, because once you understand that if you have a certain story, the media will promote that shit for you. Why in the fuck wouldn't you use it? Like, if you know that there's really no real danger you can get in, all you can get is publicity, why wouldn't you do it? Once you understand that people will feed in to drama no matter what, I can see you using fake beef. We just saw Cardi B and Offset play the game. When you see shit like that, Your phone breaking up. I gotta put you on mute. But when you see shit like that, and you see motherfuckers get the exact attention that they need, why wouldn't you follow suit and say, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. I need a career boost myself. As he said, motherfuckers is going broke right now. Anybody can go broke right now, being that times are uncertain. What investments do they have? You know what I'm saying? Once you know the investments they have, you'll know exactly what their pockets looking like. I don't think T.I. is selling no CDs. I don't know what his deal was. I don't know what he signed for on certain movies and shit like that. But when you have a big estate like they do, that shit costs money, and you don't never know what you will do in that situation until you actually get in that situation. So I can definitely hear that too.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't say it's too far-fetched, though, to see them motherfuckers, man, doing some crazy shit like that, though, man. T.I., you know, his beard don't connect, so he look like a motherfucker who be getting into hard-time bitches and, you know, I don't know, man, but I'm going to go ahead and let you get back to it, though, man.
Okay, all right, then. But let's take it on its face value. This is what I'm here for. Here go the thing, and this is my only purpose. My only purpose is as a if you're I felt like I had to take it serious, and by it I mean I can be, as I'm successful, I can be pulled back down by a nothing ass bitch that I may have been around. A nigga just sent me a picture of a bitch that I got head from one time, and I have no recollection of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I did some like retarded shit, and I really fed into that local celebrity shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not for no bitch being able to come and pull me down after I've been successful for this long and I've worked hard, put everything I got into my career, and then all a bitch got to do is say, yeah, our sex wasn't consensual. And everybody pick the shit up. Not only pick it up, but motherfuckers jump on the bandwagon. Because motherfuckers did not understand why on the Men 2 flyer, the original flyer, it had R. Kelly and it had Bill Clinton. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Big Facts Podcast, who this?
What's up, man? This that boy E-Love, man.
E-Love on the motherfucking track, man. What the fuck going on, man? What do you see with this right here? Let me see what you seeing.
Look here, man. Look here. Hey, if they want fucking, I don't want to hear shit about no T.I. and all that shit. Nigga want fucking with the Men 2 movement when we were trying to get that shit kicked off. Saying niggas don't want pay, niggas don't want support for shit. So when shit started going, you don't want to hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? Lose everything, get the fuck on.
Real talk. And see, what he's speaking from is real deal. That's a real place. When we were trying to, shout out to that boy. Is that you, E? E legit?
Yeah. Yo.
I see you, E legit, E legit. I see you, Ayo, just showing love. That's love right there, E. But when I was pushing for the Men 2 movement, even though I was saying 3 S's, even though I was saying I'm not going out here for the same reason as everybody else. I don't have no reason to be on that boat, being that I'm not on that. But I felt like there is a place where I can go in my career because I see myself being successful. This was 2018. My mom was still she was still driving me to the doctor. And we were driving back and forth, and we would have ideas, and that's when I came to Me Too movement. What about Men 2? And that's where it came from. And it was there needs to be a fucking system in place to buffer every bitch who has a fucking claim. That shit should not be up. We picking it up. Make no mistake, it was not the fucking charge or the act that got Bill Cosby or R. Kelly locked up. It was the fucking media. Because the media, you had the victims of Bill Cosby coming on, what was that show all of them came on?
Was it Ellen?
Was that Ellen? Was that the Ellen show?
Mm-hmm.
What? But all the victims came to that show. And then with R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly, nigga didn't go to jail till after that shit.
I swear.
And motherfuckers couldn't understand why he was so high strung when he was talking to Gail. Little did we know that nigga was headed to a jail cell.
He probably knew.
Like, his team said, no, this
your chance
yeah,
right here.
this is serious. No, this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how niggas think.
I'm telling you, when you go out here on this interview, you need to change some minds out there. You know everybody gonna be watching this. You know what's going on. When you go out here, you gonna have to convince them. You gonna have to make them know the goddamn dog. You have to take them back to R. Kelly. They love.
And dog, you know what that remind me of? It reminds me of going to a doctor and the doctor saying, "I wish you would have came in sooner because we could have caught it then." You know what I'm saying? Your liver is too deteriorated. Not the cirrhosis is too. The only way we can do this now is to put you on a list, but the waiting list is so goddamn backed up, and there's small children on the list. You gonna be on the end because you old and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because of your criminal history, all that shit go into the way you get at on the Oregon list.
Fucking right.
But then you know what, big home, man? We gonna go back to this shit, man, because the simple fact is, if we ain't gonna support this shit, then it's like what we out here yelling for.
You right.
You know what I'm saying?
You right.
And then,
you right.
Like you remember when you was going back, you was saying, damn, all this shit happening with celebrities, and ain't nobody getting on my team with this shit because regular people, this shit happen to regular people, and this shit don't get on the radar like get on their radar. Like, this nigga T.I. should be in your inbox right now, blowing your fucking phone up and say, hey, dog, what about that movement? What about that movement? Fuck all of this cocaine and all that shit he been doing. We talking about these false-ass allegations of motherfucking put down with no proof.
Dog.
Fuck up your whole career.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I love Ayo Nation, because that even slipped my mind. Because it be so much shit. Now, and it's always working, and y'all don't even believe this week I had. But you're exactly right. It was supposed to be the celebrities. Even if they came at me secretly under the table, they could have said, hey, what you doing needs to happen. I think T.I. and Chris Brown were one of the two of the fucking front runners. I said, hey, man, this would be something that you don't got to holler at me in front of everybody, but let's put some power behind this movement.
Money.
Let's put some power behind it. And you know, as mad as I can get at the, you know, because on this Me Too shit, I went outside. This ain't no play. Nah, I got 2 sets of fucking flyers made. 2 sets, 5,000 each. 5,000 flyers here, 5,000 flyers there. And I went locally passing them around. I went to Spring Fling passing them around. Causing awareness, bringing awareness to the fucking cause.
See,
hey, y'all.
That's when I first got turned on to you when you was doing that, because you was hitting people up saying, hey, if you want to pass out flyers in your city, I'm going to send them to you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I mean, motherfucker ain't got no excuse now. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, we just need to sit back, and the nation needs to observe what other stupid motherfuckers doing, and we don't need to fall into whatever the fuck they got going on. You know what I'm saying?
And look, and you right, and you damn sure right. But the thing is, I'm gonna be honest. When I see these situations, man, something inside me said I want to spark up the movement again. But in all honesty, I saw the rise with that Cardi B situation when it was found out that she was actually drugging motherfuckers. It was a rise, and I had motherfuckers, different outlets hitting me up. You the founder of the Men Too movement. That's actually how me and Star met. And he thought that's all I did. I was just the founder of the Men Too movement, only to find out, a lot of shit going on. But the thing was, after that, motherfucker just went back to normal. Motherfucker went back to normal life. And I'm like, dog.
Let's keep doing it like they did on Kelly.
Yeah, dog, them motherfuckers kept pressure on that nigga. They kept pressure on R. Kelly, dog. They kept pressure. They push. And they pushed that nigga. They fucking screenshotted and posted that nigga into a goddamn prison sentence. They posted that nigga into a goddamn jail cell. Memed his ass to a goddamn jail cell. To where everybody posting that shit to where we know it. The same thing with O.J. Simpson. Even though there was real evidence that said that couldn't have been O.J. that did that shit, because the common consensus, the comedians and everybody, you know, O.J. with the glove, I'm gonna do you like O.J. That shit became pop culture. Dog, the trial by media is more powerful than a trial by a fucking judge and a trial by a jury. Hold on, E. Big Facts Podcast.
That's too big, Holmes.
Who this?
It's Chris, man.
Oh, Chris back on the line. Let's do it, Chris. What's going on? Because I done got fired up now.
Oh, no, I'm about to say, now, I'm watching it right now. I don't know if it's all the way live. Now, I ain't watching. All right. Now, I was just seeing, like, what you say about the R. Kelly. Hey, fuck memed him into it. I'm going to call that the IG blitz, how they did him. But, basically, what I wanted to say real quick, we going to call it the IG blitz.
Real talk.
They blitz his ass. But anyway, I just wanted to keep it quick, tell the viewers what the first caller said. I forgot his name. No disrespect, I forgot his name, but we gotta put it like this. Everything we seen in the media, I want all the viewers to hear this. Every single thing we seen, whether it's the news, the social media, it's all a narrative. I want people to remember that. That is what sells. Anything that is a narrative is what's selling. If you call up a social media company, you call up the news, anything, if it is not a story that's going to be juicy or get hits because of gossip or whatever the fuck, you know, in that type of sense, it's not, they not going to take it. Like, that's what I feel like we all need to understand. Like, all of this shit we are seeing and why it's being fed into, why is this shit, why are people feeding into this shit? Because it's a good narrative. Everything is a narrative. It don't even gotta be real. This shit with Tiny and T.I., like the first caller said, it don't even gotta be real. It's a good narrative. It's a good story. Like, I think people need to wake up to shit like that and just see through it. Like, bro, this shit might not even be real, but they biting like fish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit like, but that's how I'm gonna say. Because
I feel you.
I just want people to hear me say that, like, bro, don't think all this shit is just facts, bro.
Yeah, real talk. Talk.
Like, now, like, think about it. Every single big story, all of it sound like a great story. It's like grandmama and them used to tell us, if it sounds too good to be true, it ain't true.
Real talk.
Every story we hear is amazing. You feel me? Now, I'm going to let you get back to it, big homie.
All good. Appreciate that, Chris. But like I said, though, when it all comes down to it, and we shut down the wall, and we look into what we got going on, what we see is that Chris hung up, and so did E. But as it go down, if you think that just turn down the volume. If you think that your reputation, dog, a nigga with a good reputation damn near is in more danger than a motherfucker that we seen go to jail a whole bunch of time, because at least with the nigga we saw will go to jail, we can like see him, we can like read him. Oh, he went to jail then, we know where he been. With a nigga who ain't never been in no trouble, we thinking, oh, this nigga must got bodies in the backyard. We think the worst of motherfuckers.
We ain't know nothing about him.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying. So I always try to see how in the fuck, when we first saw a nigga actually go to jail with no fucking evidence, at that point, we should have said that this nigga ain't turned the goddamn tablet down fast enough.
That's the whole goddamn thing. That's what I'm telling niggas.
As soon as we seen a nigga go to jail without any tangible evidence, as soon as a nigga went to jail on word of mouth solely, that was it. Yep. At that moment, Everybody became in danger. All of us. All you have to do is have made one bitch mad. And from that point on, it's over. I had a nigga hit me up the other day, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, but he said the way that you block a rape case is make sure when you fuck a bitch, make sure the next day you text her and say good morning, beautiful, or when the next time we gonna get up, and just get her saying that. Don't just fuck her and burn out, because then ain't no telling. But if you got, but that's what I'm saying. But if you got the evidence of a text message, then goddamn,
good. But that's what's so crazy is it's a shame that niggas gotta think that far in the detail about a fucking random sexual encounter. Like, make sure when you hit her the next morning, bro, you know it's understood that y'all was cool. You gotta get proof of that. She don't gotta get proof that you did nothing wrong. You gotta get proof that
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't. The proof of innocence, the burden of truth is not on
burden of proof.
The burden of proof is not on them. It's on you. Right. They ain't gotta prove you guilty. You gotta prove you innocent.
Early, nigga. You gotta prove you innocent before she ever decide to lie on you.
There it is.
You gotta already be a step ahead and already prove your innocence.
And the only way to do that is to look at every bitch like she's a nothing ass bitch. And so now for the good females, this is where you come in. Not just because you have men that you love in your life, Tiny and Shekinah. And we're gonna hold on. Let me get back to that. Shout out to that boy Gorilla Kid. Gorilla Kid said 100. He already know what it is. Gorilla Kid 78 is always rocking. And that's big homie right there. Shout out to that boy Monteo Marcus. That nigga been coming through heavy lately. Shout out to that nigga right there, man.
You can't put him. Nah, you can't record you smashing and think that's gonna be proof that it was consensual.
Whoa.
You can't do that.
Whoa, hold on.
I seen a comment would say it would just record you smashing, but it's not.
I've said that. Now, I believe that is how you do it.
You gotta say it's consensual. Motherfucker take that same sex tape and say, I was so messed up and he's such a star that I was so enthralled.
No, hell no.
Is that not what they say about T.I. right now?
Yeah.
So what is sex tape gonna do to prove his innocence right now? Like, oh, the girl that came out and said we abused them, I got on tape. Me and Tiny doing her. What that mean? What that's gonna do? He came to me, it's T.I. It's T.I. What I was supposed to say.
But we haven't seen anyone convicted on the fact that it's T.I. The way that you can get banned.
Bill Cosby?
They said it was drugs involved, and with R. Kelly, it was too.
But it was no proof. It was because it was Bill Cosby. The fact that the drug allegation stood for 30 years.
No. I'm sorry. There was no visual evidence. Shout out to that boy Brandon.
Okay, let me ask you this then.
Hold on. Brandon says only a matter of time before they come for Jay-Z, Shaq, Denzel Washington, or a dude from your hood that made it. I support men too. That's love. And you know what? And you know that was one of the biggest things I had. I had to put damn near $300 in just to get us to $1,000 on the Men Too what is that? It wasn't change.org, was a petition. GoFundMe. And I just really couldn't believe that how in the fuck is this affecting? And like, so Me Too had $20 million in 2 days. Because that many women had been raped and had to raise their hand. I said to protect the men, we need something just as big and strong. And we got $700. So that was enough for me to get up that hole and have to goddamn got some change to get back. I have to hitchhike back. I got to hitchhike back.
Men Too. Y'all know the right.
I'm over. Me and True supporter barely want to give me a ride. Goddamn, nigga. Where you going? Goddamn, nigga.
I mean, I had somebody been charged with rape before, but goddamn.
Goddamn, yeah, nigga. What the fuck? The hell you out there doing for the charge on rape on you? I'm like, dog, it ain't me that's getting charged with rape. I'm trying to stop me from being charged with. Goddamn, nigga, you need to goddamn tell a nigga you a car or something. Like, my nigga, you a man. Like, what the fuck?
Who is them?
Yeah, the fuck? Big Face Podcast, who this?
What's good, man? It's Tim, man.
Tim, what up? What Tim is something, man? What the word is, man? This shit crazy right now.
Man, we got a lot of whole shit going on in this rap game right now, man.
That's what I'm seeing.
And the T.I. shit. I seen some whole shit real tune did earlier.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Everybody ducking this fucking Jay-Z, Desiree Perez shit. No black media covering that. Joe Budden, Funk Flex. Nobody want to cover that.
Hold on. What happened? What happened?
With Jay-Z and Beyonce with the Desiree Perez shit, with the pardon and shit. They said Jay-Z and Beyonce vouched for that shit, man.
Hold on, what? That she a snitch or what?
Like with the pardon, with the for when she got pardoned by Trump.
Oh shit.
Last week.
Oh, she got pardoned. What did she have to get pardoned for? I thought she already. What did she?
She got it like erased off her record, not a pardon, but commute or whatever the fuck that shit called.
Commute. How did she get? Why did she have to get a commute for a sentence? I thought she bam niggas.
Off her record. It could off her background,
Lord.
like it never
Got
happened.
it expunged. Got it expunged. That's what it is.
Damn.
Now she can carry a gun again.
That's a damn shame. That motherfucker carry a gun for. Yeah, it is. I ain't going to it. That's a goddamn shame. But the thing, the thing is, that's what money will do. What they will say is she learned a lesson and they're gonna pull that black women card. You understand? And that's the card that you can play.
Black, man, that bitch don't look black, man.
You damn right, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That they can play that card. If you're around black people and you're a woman of color, you're a black woman. Okay, you can be Arabic, Mexican, goddamn Chinese.
You're not a white woman.
You're not a white woman. You're a black woman, so you can. You know what I'm saying? She even goddamn what the bitch name is. Somebody say the bitch name, you get a moderator status. What's the white bitch name that dressed up like a black bitch and goddamn she dressed up like a black bitch and got that motherfucking and got the goddamn grant as an African American. Hold on, don't say her name. Hold on, let's see. Let's see who get it.
Rochelle Dolezal.
Who said that? Oh, you got it. Clifton Jackson got it. He got it. I can do moderators again now. But we watching you, Clifton. We watching you now. Make us proud. But yeah, Rachel Dolezal.
That nigga real tune, man. You seen that nigga interviewed the nigga that's supposed to kill Yellow Busy?
No, I'm doing. Hey, look, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm doing a stupid rapper episode on that, and that's going on the Patreon. Y'all get over there. The nigga who allegedly killed Mo3, he did an interview, and I will be doing a stupid rapper episode on him as soon as the electrician get over here and get that TV back on. I haven't watched it on purpose. My nigga Max sent that shout to that nigga Big Dog Max. Shout out to Young Grump. Always keep me abreast of shit. But he sent that shit to me. And I just looking at the thumbnail, this nigga just special ed. And I think all of us got a nigga like that in the hood, that he was just like, if he didn't take his ass to work for the city, he was gonna go to prison. Like a nigga was gonna use real talk, nigga was gonna use him as a scud missile. He was gonna want to be up under a nigga, and nigga was gonna put a gun in his hand and point, and that nigga was going to prison. Under the guise that he was keeping it real and shit like that. And that's also the nigga that's not gonna be ashamed to fuck ass when he get to prison.
I was just thinking that. Just thinking that, like, nigga so thugged out, so savage out that they don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. Yeah, what it is, man. Real killer.
Yeah, I keep gonna play out like this fabulous shit, man.
Oh my nigga, hold up. And we got it, and that's what I'm saying. We going live this whole weekend. Actually, let me see. Let's do this live on the show. I asked the generals, should we go live this whole weekend? Because we had to talk about this subject. We had to talk about the Jimmy Smack subject. We had to talk about the little girl getting stabbed in Walmart, and we had to do politicking with Bobby Bumani. And I said, did y'all want to do it this weekend? And let's see what they said. Hold on. Let's see what they said on there.
I need a toothpick.
Use your fingernail.
This shit been bugging me.
I don't know. I think they chose next weekend. I think they chose next weekend.
Man, we need to go live all weekend, man.
I don't know. I think it's looking like I asked them. Maybe they didn't. I'll post it again because maybe they didn't understand the question. Should we go live this whole weekend or hold on, I did that wrong. Generals only. This is the generals only post right here. Should we go live this whole weekend or wait till next weekend? Question mark. I guess the fucking question was too fucking long for them. I don't know what the fuck. Like the fuck, maybe they didn't get it or some shit like that. Come on, generals, y'all gotta be smarter than that. Y'all the elite. But so I'm asking them, and what happened? What happened?
I said, big face, don't you go Hollywood on us kids.
What you mean? I went Hollywood. What I did?
I don't know.
What I did? Hold on. Who said that? Block that nigga.
Tell him, put his Instagram on there.
Hey, put your goddamn Instagram on the screen.
I got there with Hollywood. What the fuck?
How you seeing them hoes so fast? That shit just came up on my screen. LaMarcus Watkins. What? I ain't gonna go Hollywood. He probably just talking in general.
No.
Nigga said we going live all year. Hold on. No, he good. He good. No, see, Logan's so crazy. He was just bullshitting Logan. He was bullshitting Logan. He want to see here, Logan. You ain't gotta do it like that, man. Logan is shot.
Hey, another video you did. That with that shit that happened in Walmart.
This nigga sound like goddamn Wild and Great. Say it again, Tim.
I said that video you did when that little girl had killed that little girl in Walmart.
Yeah.
That happened by me. That happened in Atlanta. That happened up in Louisiana.
Yeah, it happened. Okay, I'm glad you told me that because I should have known because Vern, shout to Vern, God's Chosen _1 on Instagram. He told me that actually I was supposed to get an interview with the mother of one of those children, but I'm gonna do that one on Streamlabs so y'all can see the actual video. I haven't watched all the videos. I got it set up in Streamlabs so that we can watch it all together and we'll have our real reaction on that motherfucker. But I appreciate that shit, Tim. We about to get back to it.
All right.
Lord. All right, now, as I was saying, we have to understand women. We got a couple of women who got on there and said, this is why people don't believe the victims because motherfuckers playing shit like that. But that girl who went in there and bullshitted and played like she was one of the victims and seeing if Sabrina would post it, that was very telling. She went into her shit and said, I got raped by T.I. too. And Sabrina, without any fucking background check, without anything, just straight posted that shit. We got another victim. Huh? And she was on the phone with a bitch, and that's how easy it is. Like, obviously, we can see this is a scorned woman. This is a scorned woman. At this point, she is mad. She wants to tear something down. And we need to do this type of search on everybody who comes forth with a goddamn claim. You can't lie to me and tell me that you motherfuckers do the same digging and prying in a motherfucker life the way that you do the man. Right. In the situation. Now I'm talking about the officers involved.
Right.
Motherfuckers. Man. I don't understand how this shit is playful for people.
Man, when that motherfucking the last time I had the little encounter with 12,
yeah,
and I had went back, remember afterwards I went back and complained on the motherfucker and told him what the shit he was saying and all that type of shit. But do you know that man's superior just by the vibe that we had when we was on the phone and I was reporting shit? I went up there and they gave me a number to call. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So by the vibe that he gave me as I was talking to him, bro, like it was real. The first thing and the main thing he wanted to get across was that if you lying on one of my officers, we gonna pursue all charges. So we'll take your complaint, we'll write it down, we gonna investigate it. But if we find out you lying, you know what I'm saying, that type of time. Yeah. And I took that from there, and it's like, nigga, not wrong, cause that's one of his own and whatever. But it's like, motherfucker don't got that same energy for nothing when it come to niggas. For nothing. If y'all ain't hear what he said. Oh well, you know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying? Y'all ain't hear what he said. Shout out to that boy Eddie Gates. Eddie Gates said, got to keep going. I had a brain because I'm trying to think. What he just said is because he had a situation where the police took his fucking money over $1,000. They took his money and I can't remember. You said over 1,000 or 15,000. I can't remember, but it was they called it drug money because he had what was appeal from because he's still working on the 3 S's. So he had a fucking them horny goat pills from the goddamn Florida line, and them bitches found like that shit in the trunk, and they called it controlled substance, and took the money in his pocket and called that shit motherfucking evidence. And so now he's having to go through all of this shit to get the money back. But as he was arrested for this, the officer threw another charge on top of that, saying that after I didn't search the car and everything, and we back at the place, I didn't found something else in this motherfucker, and I tested it, but ain't no more of it left. So now that's obviously bullshit. And then in the when you come back and tell me that I got an extra charge that I know ain't got shit to do with me, and I know you had an attitude from the goddamn time you pulled me out the car, you fucking right, I start snapping. And then the officer is already being unprofessional. So now all I can do, you're not gonna let me do nothing else to him. So now I do what like y'all tell me to do and form a complaint. As I form a complaint, before I can turn that bitch back in, I'm handing it to you, and you make sure that you tell me to look up. So I look you in your fucking eyes. Well, I'm gonna take your complaint, but if it's found out you smidged a story just a little bit, you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I just want you to know that before you turn this in. Are you sure you want to turn this in? First of all, when a motherfucker do that, that make me feel like you finna tear this shit up anyway.
Soon as I walk up out this hole, go sit on his desk.
Yeah.
What you got them folks doing out there?
Like the fuck, and we finna throw this bitch away. We laugh about this. But look at how serious you are about the truth. You gonna persecute me to the full extent of the law. But here we have any bitch can willy-nilly walk into a fucking police station and be mad at an ex-boyfriend for moving on and go in and say, for 3 years, he raped me. And I didn't have the courage to come up here, but now I think I'm strong enough. I have my support system. I have my mother and my sister and my best friend with me, and my lonely child. And my child has suffered since this situation, and I think that I'm strong enough for my baby. For my baby. Oh man,
you're so brave.
You're so brave. Oh, let's put a blanket over our shoulder. Oh, thank you so much. I was so cold in this 90-degree weather. Thank you for this coat. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And they go directly out and go arrest the motherfucker. What was his name? David Blaine. The magician? No, he's not a magician. They're going to get him. Ain't no questions asked. What question do we have to ask? The fuck? She just told us that he raped her.
Been doing it.
He did it for 3 years. So he's going to be arrested and charged with kidnapping, unlawful imprisonment. What is it? Fucking 3 years worth of fucking rape and sexual
sodomy.
Yeah,
because we got some head in sodomy.
Yeah, sexual battery. So you got all these charges that it's too high now. Your bond is fucking $1 million. You can't even bond out on this shit because they're gonna consider it a violent crime and shit. So you can't even get no goddamn corporate insurance shit. You gotta pay all this shit cash.
Mm-hmm.
And you around this bitch like, ain't what in the fuck? Can somebody say, get out the fucking house? Get out of the fucking house.
And that shit
what
come
the
out of nowhere, out the blue.
Man, what up? Get in the ground. Get in the ground. What the fuck is going what? Stop resisting. Ah. And that's your day. And you'll be in that bitch you'll be in the nursery of the goddamn, the infirmary of the goddamn jailhouse for 2 weeks before you even find out your charges. And in those 2 weeks, you'll be so surprised to find out that they didn't already had your goddamn
grand jury.
Your fucking grand jury didn't already been had.
You already been indicted. You ain't been charged. You been indicted.
They didn't come get you until after you was indicted.
Oh, blood. Send the U.S. Marshal.
So they know it's true. You been over this bitch working at Winn-Dixie. You done got you a new job over there at the warehouse. You coming home from work, man. I'm doing good, man. Got my girl, got my apartment over here, man. I'm doing good.
You know, and then they don't even want to let you know soon the charge come out because it's too early in the process. You might could beat it too early. You might have, because you know, if you know about that shit before your grand jury date, you can get a lawyer, and that lawyer say, well, whoever this motherfucker that accused them need to be here at this date.
Yes, sir.
But if they don't, if they ain't got in touch with you, if you ain't got no lawyer to stand there, that bitch don't even gotta be there. He can say, we looking at case number 76.279, and we have a rape charge against.
Whoa, rape. What the fuck? Whoa, rape.
Oh, she says we got the files right here of the case. She went and got a test at
Where
the
is she
hospital.
at?
Oh yeah, she couldn't make it. She was distraught. You know, she's been going through traumatic.
Man, I'm coming from goddamn jail. Like, what the fuck? Like, but then you been that whole ain't no whole. This shit is going forward.
This shit really happening.
This shit is really happening. This ain't no joke. You in this bitch for rape. And depending on how you carry yourself, niggas ain't even gonna, know what I'm saying? Play with you. Like, they gonna look at you and say, that nigga did rape somebody.
I can see the rape on him.
Like this, dog, it's I can see that. Like, this is, and I don't see how motherfuckers don't see this. Immediately, my mind goes into all the times a bitch you know, whatever a bitch, my clothes being bleached, my clothes being set on fire, a bitch flattening your tire, busting your window, just all the crazy shit that a bitch, all kind of shit, the crazy shit a bitch would do, and I can't see a bitch not digging into this weaponry. You just gave them a new weapon. If you mad at a nigga, more
powerful than all the rest.
If you mad at a nigga, just do this. And it's so fucking prominent that a bitch has played around with it. I got the screenshots. A nigga made me mad. I'm just gonna say he raped me. Ha 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 ha. And that shit is funny. It's funny until you are the nigga.
Yep.
Until that nigga is somebody that you know and you watch them go through this situation.
And you know for a fact that ain't in they cut at all. So it's like, damn, bitch, is that easy?
You look at his family. Look what that did to that family. Now they having to go around doing fish fries, and you watching the people in the city look at them side eye.
Execute them.
Yeah, they looking at them side eye. Like, I ain't going to support that fish fry for that rapist. All you had to do was say the word rape, and yep, he did it.
No, he looked like
he a man.
He looked like he a rapist.
He a man. Let a nigga go up and say that his fucking babysitter. What? Who's the rapper? It's not a rapper. It's a fucking gamer. I think his name is Low Tier God. I be studying shit. Low Tier God gave a story about when he was 5 years old, his babysitter was 19 or whatever, but she would always come over and play with his dick and make him play with her titties and shit like that. He was 5 years old. He didn't know, so he just did it. Him giving that story right now cannot get a bitch Bill Cosby.
At all.
If 10 niggas came up and she babysitted me too and she did, you guys just cut it out, guys. Just cut it out.
Huh?
None of my relationships have worked since then. I've never understood how to do anything with a woman. You don't understand what this situation has done in my life, and I'm truly coming forward because I'm finally brave enough, because I'm happy to be brave enough, because I know that people gonna look at me the same way you looking at me.
Huh?
Hey, come on. You do know if you do this, you're gonna be charged with making a false police report, perjury under the felony degree. I want an officer to tell me how many female rape victims that have come in there crying that you've said. I want to make sure you understand. If you're lying, how many of them have you done that to? But if a nigga come in that bitch, you want to make sure he know. He not no victim. But you're going, before she even say anything, you putting a fucking cover over. And that's why. And now when we come down to this T.I. shit, my nigga, you got on this motherfucking internet and protected the same bitch who is now trying to get you banned. You came on the internet and protected the same bitch who is now getting you banned. Meg Thee Stallion and Sabrina are one and the same. They came off of the same teat. If you had a pit bull, Sabrina and Meg Thee Stallion are of her puppies. They both drunk from that. But the pit bull that they're sucking from is a pit bull called Nab. It's a pit bull called Nab, and they come from that same fucking dog. They got everything that they have, they've got it from that fucking Nab well.
Good Nab line.
Good Nab line.
Top and bottom.
You came and protected a fucking Nab, and how did the fucking tables turn? Now you're in the same fucking position. But you want to be treated differently.
You don't want to get dead like Tor.
You don't want to get dead like Tor. No celebrity nigga need to get in your business. So if you talk, because if you look at the video, what the video say is T.I. says Tory told him that he shot Meg. So now, what if one of the niggas you told, yeah, we used to run them hoes used to be so fucked up on them goddamn tab, bro. Man, them hoes didn't know shit, bro. Them hoes went crazy on that Molly, my nigga. Shit, what Tyler would do, man? Tyler was hitting that bitch, that hoe. Tyler would goddamn get the goddamn rag and sprinkle that bitch from a whole titty all the way to her pussy and just goddamn hit that bitch. And then go to eating the bitch out when she get down there. Yeah, we done had some good time, my nigga. Nigga, get on that bitch and say that shit.
Get on that bitch and say, T.I. told me that they abducted women and drugged them.
There it is. There it is. You want to be treated differently, though. Like, I don't fuck with you, my nigga. I'm going to be honest. I don't fuck with you, dog. Because that's some whole shit. And you deserve what you getting, so maybe now you'll learn your lesson. Stay the fuck out of goddamn Nab business. Meg ain't no upstanding fucking citizen. I wouldn't give a fuck what the fuck happened. You got common sense, don't it? So why in the fuck after a bitch gets shot in her feet, she got this bitch twerking? Man, you know what I heard, dog.
And if you did that, you a fucked up nigga, man.
Yeah, my nigga, yeah. T.I., to be honest, T.I. can go to jail. That should have worked for what I'm doing, to be honest, for real. I'm not fighting for you, my nigga. Because that was some whole shit. And I feel like Rick Ross and Bun B, I just really feel like it takes a certain type of nigga to do that type of shit. To me, if you that type of nigga to take a whole side, I just can't look at it no different way. You are that nigga who will... She said she don't want you here no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and she look...
Straight up.
Yeah.
The girl said she wants you gone.
She wants you gone. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the fuck?
Gone,
yeah, like, you stepping in business. Like, what kind of, like, my nigga, that's, like...
This my baby mama, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Bro, I ain't in it, bro. I'm just saying...
What?
You a man, that's a woman, bro. That's a woman,
Oh,
bro.
man. Like, and it's like... And that's the shit that a Nab will get you into. So now it's really like, dog, it's time for you to die, to be honest. Like, because why in the fuck are you standing there? Like, the fuck, like, because I can tell how she looking at you like you ain't even never passed the threshold. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably giving her a ride home from work and she just talked to you on the way home or some shit. Like, you really like...
And off at other niggas' house.
Yeah. Real talk. That's what kind of nigga you is, Rick Ross and T.I. Like, the fuck, what kind of nigga is you to get in a nigga business with his bitch? What the fuck are you talking? But like I said, even if you niggas is trying to tap into that fucking, that business line, well, I want them to be on my side because they are the number one consumer. You still a hoe. You still a hoe because you sold your integrity for money. There's no way in the world anywhere that is some live nigga shit. Like, niggas don't do that. You and Jimmy Smacks on the same boat to me.
Woo.
And I'm just saying like that. Yeah, y'all in the same fucking boat.
Just did some shit that you don't give a fuck about.
Shout out to caller. Caller said, respect and support, appreciate the edification. And that's so crazy because I don't know what edification means, but I think that's a good word. Real talk. Big Face Podcast. Who is on the line?
Yes, this is Officer Medic.
Talk to him like that.
What you say the one?
I don't know. Talk to him.
What's going on? Talk to me.
Yes, this is Officer Medic.
Officer.
What you say it?
Officer Murder.
Man, that motherfucker probably bullshit. See who that is.
Who that? Who that is? Who this is? You said Officer who? Somebody drunk. And whoever this is, your mama got kidney stones, and your daddy probably used to play with your booty. The hell going on, man? Officer. I know he ain't got no goddamn. They up in this bitch. The feds up in this motherfucker. I don't know though. I don't know. I've been said like why this nigga even came and addressed this shit. But you know it's news like who's that they called in and said that they all want a juicy store. That's some real shit. Ayana, you saw that name?
And I said, what you can't hit the speakerphone. Food in our belly. Shout out to that boy Bub Knight. I like that music. I didn't know if I liked that.
Podcast.
You know, some more put me on that nigga Bub Knight. I told you about that, didn't I? Yeah, his name Bub Knight. They say he sound. I did let you hear. He say he sound like Mo 3. Yeah. Who did Big Fat Podcast?
Candio Show.
Oh Lord, man! Look who on the goddamn phone, man! What the hell?
That's right.
Hold on, let me see. Is that? Are you on the camera?
When I lean back, I'll be out of shot.
Oh, let me see. Oh shit, this is kind of hard. Go ahead, Ken. What's going on? Also,
man.
y'all make sure y'all get y'all olive leaf extract. Go to myoliveleaf.biz. This is what got me out of that goddamn jam I was in with that fake corona shit. Real talk. Y'all make sure y'all go get an introduction to the art and science of a worldview warfare revolution. That's Donald Oliver Davis, big homie. He actually signed me a copy of it. This goes hand in hand with the rap trap. All support and love goes to him. He definitely is on the right track. And he's definitely helping me on the rap trap and the 3 S's book. So is Nicky D. Shout out to him. Appreciate the love that he showed also. He actually, if you're a patron, I'm gonna give y'all some news in a minute about some copyright shit. But go ahead, Ken. Tell me what's going on.
Oh man, listen. So now there's a lot going on, right? T.I. That's so crazy. Out of the blue, the whole GameStop thing and everybody being investors now. That's a whole big thing, right? All of this stuff. Can you think about all of this stuff just popping off left and right? But what's going on in the background? What are they distracting us from right now?
You right.
Ain't that crazy? I just wanted to say that. That's kind of crazy, right? Wow, all this stuff is popping up. I feel bad for T.I., man, because you know what? Anybody can say anything, and it's true, man. They're going to have a little party, and it's the way it was back in the day. You have a little party, and the girl parties too, and look, Bill Cosby got banned with that. 40 years later, like, how are they? It's crazy.
Real talk.
You think a sex tape would have helped him?
That's why he did the Men Too movement. And, you know, like you said, man, we just, us as a people, I don't know, man, we just not motivated. We just going to go on the internet and just talk about it. And when it comes down to it, when people's trying to really do something, we just not there, man.
Woo!
Hey, real quick, you know, because I'm going to hop off real quick. You know how everybody want to be investing and everybody wants to be an investor now and they're looking for stuff to invest in. We need to invest in ourselves, man.
Real talk.
Ayo, I don't know if I can give out the website, man. Let me give out the website.
Give out the, hey, Kendio, and we were supposed to Ben did this. And I'm so glad you called. If y'all don't know, the Melvin movie is on the way. In order to see that, you have to be a patron or you have to be a subscriber of the Kendio Show. on YouTube. All you gotta do is type in Ken Dio, and he has a lot of other cartoons over there. But give him the website you were talking to me about earlier.
Yo, man, Free Build Finance, man. FREEBUILD Finance. FINANCE. Just go there and just fill out the form there, right? And have a promise to invest in us. $100, $50, $10, $5, $500, whatever it is. Just promise. You ain't gotta put nothing in there now. Just put your information and put the promise that you're gonna have. We're gonna build it, have 10 million, 20 million of us. We're gonna put all of that funds gonna go right back into our community. What we're gonna do, we're gonna build people up and we're gonna get them certified, we're gonna get them licensed, and then from there we're gonna invest in them and they are gonna invest in us. And whatever money we put in, we're gonna get right back. And it's a right investment. Now we're gonna talk a little bit more about it, but just go there to freebuildfinance.com. Just go there and just fill it out, fill out the promise. And when we're all ready, we're all gonna reach out to you, and then we're gonna all get together. And everything's gonna be put into black banks, and everything's gonna be in black and white right there. You're gonna be able to access your funds. There's not gonna be anything funny. It's going to be good. You're going to put in 10, you're most likely going to get 30, 40 back. So, we're going to talk about that. But, yeah, man, let me hop off. Hey, yo, we going strong, man. The nation's going strong.
And Ken, we're going to have to speak to them deeper about that so they can get the full view of what it's going to be. But that's a good overview right there.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, I love y'all, man. I'm listening in, man. I'm tuned in.
Let's do it. All right, I don't know what happened to the video. People are saying that it stopped. I'm like, why in the fuck? How in the fuck is them numbers dropping that fast? That shit was just on 800.
What is on now?
Shit. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Y'all, what happened?
It says connection lost on my screen.
It's back now. What the fuck happened?
I was saying the same. Had to refresh.
Yo, what happened, big home? Hello?
Yeah, what you talking about?
Who this?
Nigga, this Trouble Soul. It's happening, bro.
Oh, Trouble Soul in the building, my nigga. What did you see? What happened to the screen?
I don't even know what happened to the screen. Everything fine on my end.
Okay.
Some people say
that shit went from 800. Go ahead, Trouble.
Yeah, I basically wanted to call in. I feel like this is T.I.'s karma. Basically jumping in Tory shit.
Real talk.
This is his karma. And then what the crazy shit is, Bun B got some shit coming his way too. Basically, everybody who spoke on that shit, everybody's about to reap what they sowed. Because at the end of the day, Tory, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody had some solid proof about the whole shit.
Real talk.
Yeah. Everybody was basically trying to chew this nigga's ass up. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like, what proof did y'all have of the whole situation? You know what I'm saying? It's just like you've been saying. When it came down to the whole Boosie shit, you see how long it took him to recover. And like I spoke on about my gunshot wound to the shoulder. It changed. All that shit changes you, bro. And at the end of the day, for those who talk about weapons and busting that motherfucker, it's crazy how motherfuckers just jumped smooth on her job.
Real talk.
Not you know what I mean? No hardcore proof, photographs, no nothing. But everybody just like, oh, nah, he did that shit here. Oh, he did that shit here. Oh,
that's crazy.
And what's so nuts is, if the shit was so true, why didn't Tory speak out at all? Because he knew, like, bro, what? He knew that, you know what I'm saying, all that was bullshit. He knew it.
And now I'm gonna say this. Now I can't go into his mind. Now I'm gonna say that. Now I can't. You ain't got the comments on. Oh, you don't. Yeah, look at it like that so you can see.
See, I don't know.
Oh, I need the big thing right here so I can see.
Say that.
Oh no, don't damn shit. Damn it. But I can't say why now, and I'm gonna be honest with that. I cannot say why he did it. I can't say why he did not speak. Why he didn't call out. Why he didn't scream to the hilltops. But I guess it's the same reason why T.I. didn't speak out immediately as the rumor was brewing. Because you feel like once you're in this position, if somebody makes a fucking rumor about Will Smith, that shit can blow over because with this media shit, this shit will be T.I. today and then tomorrow to be fucking.
It gets there.
Yeah, it gets there. Next week is goddamn YF and Lucha. Next week is goddamn this right here. NBA Youngboy in the news. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers find different, and that's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers, they talk about shit because it is, like Big Homie said, because of the narrative. They don't have no goddamn teaching in that shit. Oh. That bitch who was just talking, that bitch was spilling the goddamn tea.
That's it. That's it.
That bitch was spilling the fucking tea. I'm not coming on the goddamn camera unless I got something to say.
Yep. Ooh, child.
Ooh, child.
I ain't saying that. Nothing been confirmed yet.
OMG. Let me tell you what's going on with the tea. I'm not coming on this motherfucker every time. I made the rap trap. And that's why I'm making the book. I'm not coming on this bitch every time a rapper gets caught up in the rap trap. I've already spoken my piece. I'm not going to come on camera and continue to say the same shit. When it's time to do it, I do it. They're not doing that. They're, as soon as some goddamn, it's news, it might be news. That's why, dog, nigga can't compare me to no motherfucker who talk about Offset's new watch. You can't compare me to no motherfucker that Lil Pump drops new Avatar Benz. Young Lil Pump goes broke or no fucking no. I'm coming on this bitch to tell you something about your goddamn life. Cause a lot of y'all are not living by the 3 S's. That was the whole fucking point. And you know, cause it was a time that I was upset about that shit not getting the support I wanted with that Me Too movement. And Katrina spoke to me and she said, you don't have to do that shit. Like, you good. You not out this bitch living like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You handling your business. Like, you protected. They're not seeing that you're trying to help them. Fuck them. And you know what? Cause when I get into something, I really get real focused and I'm heavy in that shit. And I wanted that shit to work. I wanted, because the original plan was to go to Capitol Hill. I don't even know where the fuck they make laws at, but I was willing to go to Capitol Hill and stand out that bitch with a sign about this shit. And motherfuckers wouldn't even sign the fucking petition. I can't get mad at a motherfucker for not giving money. I can't get mad at a motherfucker for not passing out flyers. But you couldn't go to that bitch and sign a petition and share it to somebody? No, my nigga. Because that's what motherfuckers want to see. Motherfuckers want to see you. Oh, hey, yo, going crazy out there with that shit. Yeah. You didn't want to watch the show and shit like that. But I'm saying, let's really do something. I went outside myself, passed out flyers, got a table at fucking Spring Fling, passed out flyers, spoke on my intercom, brought all my shit out there. It was an epic fucking failure, but I had to do that. That shit was an epic thing. I will never forget that shit. I will never forget that.
They got that motherfucker with the goddamn, the real OGs.
Mm-hmm. But you know, that's our problem now as black people, you feel me? Like, we talk, we scream and huff and puff about how wrong shit is, but don't nobody want to make nothing shake.
No, that's real talk. Like, and that's when I first figured out, because I was really, I think I was kind of new to the internet at that point. I was on some nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on that shit. I had so many plans of what I wanted to do, and that shit real deal fucking discouraged me, especially after that Spring Fling shit. I'm like, dog, I'm really out here, and that shit was what a loss that was. Was you out there?
Mm-hmm.
No. Ooh, that shit was
I had to
damn.
do something that day. I came out there beforehand, we was setting it up.
Yeah.
By the time I left, I think it was just getting popping.
Ooh, shit, well, you ain't have
Well, I
long.
came at the end when you was Well, I know I came. No, I came out there the day before when you set up the tent. Then I think I came like after on the day when it was time to dip.
Time to dip. It was time to get the fuck out of that bitch there. Ooh, I took that lick.
Another thing too is, Ayo, a lot of people can't fuck with your aura, man. A lot of people can't. You know what I'm saying? They can't stand next to you. It's like, you know, your energy is too loud.
Yeah.
You can't stand next to you.
And you know what, man?
It's too retarded.
And you know what, man? What's so crazy is I didn't know that until, you know, I got on here and I see that it's motherfuckers from different countries that, you know what I'm saying, you know, can see what's going on. So I couldn't expect for motherfuckers in my city, in my county to understand what was going on because it was too big for them. It was too big. And like I said, I feel like I'm going through the stuff I go through and I'm only getting better and I'm gonna be able to pick a very good team out. You know, when we start talking about the people I was working with when I first started to the people I'm working with now, Kayla, Katrina, Grump, Max, Ken Dio, Ramon, Thornton, and all the other good people that helped me behind the scenes. I feel like I'm definitely Nikki D. You know what I'm saying? Definitely getting to a point. Donald Davis, getting to the point where this shit really gonna be something. And I'm still going through. Like I said, y'all have no idea what type of week this was for me. It was a test, I feel, but I got through it, and I feel like that's a testament. Even when you are doing well, right now, as we speak, the fucking left side of the studio is off like a bitch. That shit is off like a bitch. And I don't know why. Originally, I definitely thought that Brim D did it, but he did not do it. But I really think Luke did that.
I told you Luke ain't shit.
And you know, just like you said, everything is a test. Like the whole complex interview, you was discouraged about that.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna speak on it because I ain't never get a chance to.
Okay.
You ain't let none of us down. You do what you was supposed to do.
Most definitely.
Them crackers tried to play you.
Mm.
They thought they could swindle you, and they couldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time they threw curves at you, all you did was, you just move your neck. Wait a minute, I saw that.
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't catching me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every time they tried you,
real talk.
They ask you certain questions. Nah, I'm not trying to incriminate myself with nobody that might be involved.
Real talk.
I'm not doing it.
And I appreciate you saying that too, man. Cause that was another thing. And like I said, and you know, with this shit, man, I feel like with anything that you want to do, you got to take that shit in stride. You know, spring. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to take that shit in stride.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, from day one, I can't stress it enough. The video you did on XXXTentacion is basically what drew me to you.
A lot of people. You know what?
That was it.
Yeah, a lot of people. That XXXTentacion and that Rollo. That's how a lot of people came in the door. The Rollo situation and that XXX shit. And you know, like I said, you know another thing about the Me Too shit, dog. I didn't have no fucking issue with YouTube until that Me Too shit. So not only did I goddamn go out on the front line for it, YouTube put me on the goddamn hit list after that. You know what I'm saying? But
you went against what they trying to do.
Real talk.
You went against the grain. You wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, so I said, and it was such a blessing though. You know, the nation, you know, they came right back on the backside, and we ain't lost nothing. You know, because it was after the Me Too movement that we got the studio. So, you know, obviously, you know what I'm saying, that shit ain't fuck up nothing. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna keep moving, man, and with this T.I. situation, what I do want to do, and I'm gonna say this, if this not to say that if there was a celebrity now, somebody who seriously, you know, want to come to the table and speak to the founder of the Me Too movement and see what's going on, I would speak to him. You know, I would speak to him. You know, a question to be asked. What if it was T.I.? What if T.I. reached out right now and said, man, I really want to work with you. You know what I'm saying? First thing I would want to make sure is that he had seen all of my videos. One thing that I'm not for no nigga us starting a relationship, then goddamn, hold on, man. We 3 months into something. Hey, man, what's up with this video? No, hell no. Watch the video now. You know what I'm saying? Let's speak on it. Yeah, and we go from there. I feel like the Me Too movement would do a lot of good if I couldn't be that selfish and say, man, fuck that T.I. try to come. If T.I. was the first celebrity to jump on board, T.I. the first celebrity.
Well, would you go live about all your past videos, or would you tell them?
I wouldn't go live, but I said, my nigga, I have not agreed with a lot of shit you did, and I would hope that he would be enough of a grown man to understand it. No, I don't know you like that, and some stuff that you could have did can definitely be looked at as funny. But I'm still, when I speak to you, I'm gonna speak to you with respect. Especially if we're talking about putting some real light and getting some real support for this. And another reason why you don't want to go in a situation with a person not being aware of what you might have said about them is because you don't want to walk into a trap. Anytime if I'm going anywhere abroad to any of these celebrity niggas, you know, I'm going to have, you know, that Brim D going to be with me. And that's what I feel like I'm going to need. So I feel comfortable that I got somebody who's not going to run, who can't come home without me. You know what I'm saying? I can't go out with just, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going to have to explain shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's on the nigga head. Like, how the fuck did you let that happen? A nigga knows why he there and all that shit like that. So that comes first, but then secondly, you know, nigga don't want to make no blank trip on no shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think he'll be on that. I hope that a nigga will be on some shit like, this don't need to happen to no more men. This is a problem. It's too easy to get a nigga incarcerated. And if we see that T.I. gets incarcerated, then we see how fucked up and flawed this situation is and how dangerous it is. To be honest, the best thing for the Me Too movement, for the awareness of how fucked up this system is for T.I. to go to jail. See, I'm not the politician that's gonna, you know, act like I don't want the fucking towers to fall down. Like, that's not gonna help me cover up the shit I was doing in building number 7. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna really tell you what's going on. Like, that would be good for the movement.
Right.
But it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, nigga, I hope, you know, I want motherfucker to have I don't like this shit, dog. I don't like the child support system. I don't like I don't like the legal system. I don't like it. It's too much power in a bitch hand. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And it's understood.
Yeah, it's understood. They know that. They know they got that power. I don't like that. I don't like having to walk around and know that the only reason, dog, when you see a lot of these hoes getting beat up in the street by niggas, it's because she knew that if a nigga got sense, he gonna know not to put hands on me because, oh, you going to jail. That's what she gonna say after you punch in her mouth. Oh, it's all right, bitch, you finna go to jail. Oh, that's all right, bitch. That's a bitch will tell you on the phone, you ain't never gonna see your son again. Could you ever tell her that?
No.
You can never tell her that.
No, make a case out of it.
Oh, you felt it? Oh, okay. Yeah. You can't tell her you ain't never finna. You get mad and say you ain't never finna see your son again. When have you ever heard a nigga say that? Have you ever heard a man say you ain't never finna see your baby again? You ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't never. Have you ever heard it?
No.
Have you ever heard of a man keeping the child away from, like? So I'm saying this system. Go ahead.
As a matter of fact, prime example. I got a real close friend
He's a single father. He got full custody of his daughter. I don't, and I think me and him we connected like around 2011, and then I got more. Me and him got more connected as years went on, and then he basically shared everything with me. But his whole situation is the mother just abandoned his daughter. Like, Child Protective Services got involved, and he had to go through all this bullshit just to get the custody of his daughter.
Hold on.
And not one time.
Mm-hmm.
And not one time has he sat up there and said, so and so can't see, my daughter. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never say that. Now his only thing is, he might say, here and there, like, man, I want something to happen to her because you just abandoned my daughter. Like, you just left her. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. And you know what? I want to say this too.
Hold on. And you saying that after she left the child somewhere, abandoned the child, he had to fight to get custody?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yep, because Child Protective Services had it. And I believe he told me it took like a year and a half. He had to fight for a minute.
And he was on the birth certificate?
All of that. He had to fight.
See what I'm saying, dog? See, and that shit just made me so mad, dog. That dog. And then they'll have an attitude.
Right.
Child Protective Service have an attitude with you, like, and it's a process, and we don't know who you are.
And then you want to know what's crazy? He get child support from the mother, and she done got. And it's been a few times where he done chopped it up with me and told me how she done got mad because when tax time would come, they'll snatch that shit from her. She called him talking about, you got my taxes snatched. Bitch, you ain't took care of our child.
And see, you know what's crazy is that when a bitch do that to a nigga, that's normal.
Yep.
Right.
Ain't no calling. Ain't no call on nothing. It's understood. But even when you're on top, the world looks at you like you supposed to give mercy.
Yep.
Get that girl her taxes.
Everybody do. Yep. There you go. Yep.
Get that girl her taxes.
Yep. Let her.
What kind of man is you?
Right. Let her see the baby. No.
Let her. This bitch abandoned the fucking child. What do you mean? Let her see the baby. What in the fuck? And see, this is what I'm talking about, dog. I'm telling you, and me and Bobby was talking about this shit earlier. And don't let me forget Bobby. Bobby had to just recently speak to me and give me some motivation. But Bobby said there are two worlds operating. He was speaking about a world of fear and a world where you stand up to your issues. As we were talking about a lot of things that are truly going on that he can't speak on camera because it probably would get the channel ripped down. But
yeah.
But
you already know how that goes.
Yeah.
Can't even do it.
Most definitely. But what I feel like is two worlds is that as I was fucked up out here, everybody could, and even now, people can, still put me in a bubble. But I realize it's not the people around me. It's not Baldwin County that's putting me in that bubble. It's those people and then the same people. The crazy people will say, let that girl see that baby after she abandoned a fucking child. And now that I have the upper hand, it's still on me some kind of way. I'm still not adept as a father. I'm still not able to be a father. I still don't match up to her in parenting. She abandoned the child. Right. But I'm not up to her level some kind of way.
Right.
There's two worlds, and that's why I tell you, I always tell him about foresight, being able to see where this pattern is gonna lead. The way I see it, I will be celibate for years. I don't mind that. because after I've seen what I'm gonna get from these people, it's not worth it. And I don't see anybody that I can bring down here. And like I said, if it just gets too crazy, and I always tell y'all that if it gets too crazy, I need to just celebrate. I'll go get a room and fuck a bitch and let the whole have the room for the night, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm not going into that fucking insane world. I'm not
at all. Not at all.
I'm not going.
And what's crazy is that the you know, everything, all the teachings that you've been given, on top of, you know, me already feeling like you done damn near walk with me through the whole path of my life. Mm-hmm. Everything you done spoke on, you know what I'm saying, that done actually happened to me.
Real talk.
It basically made me step back and just be like, you know what? If it's meant for me to be by myself for the rest of my life, I'm content with that.
But
that's just what that is.
And see, here's the thing. I felt, and as I was walking up and down the road, I was okay with that because I couldn't go into their insane world. But it's not about being alone. It's about getting your shit together to a point to where I can travel here, there, and over there. And now I have the time to truly assess and analyze this woman before I take her down this path. And the next woman, and that's all you have to say is, am I at the point where I still feel like it's some pussy or some head that I need to, or some sexual positions I need to try, some shit like that? Or do I feel like I've had my feel of that, and the next woman that I come in contact with, I'm going to be at her for a different reason. It's not going to be for physical. It's going to be for this is going to her mind. This is going to be my partner. I'm not going to have to call Brim D, you know. I was bad for that shit. I was bad for like, I'm telling you, I was bad for that. Like, really, just like after I fuck a bitch, I'm gonna meet it on the phone with Brim, like, because now I feel I felt energized, like, nigga, let's go and get it in, like it's time to work, like it's like
at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
get up, man.
It's time to work, like in my mind is working, but I can't talk to her. I can't. There's nothing I can say to her. She won't understand my analogies. So, but why would a duck do that?
Man.
I was giving an analogy. I was saying that the ducks don't walk like that. It like, are you serious? Like, but if you had a jacket on, why would you take it off? That was the point. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when you can't tell somebody,
can't love hip hop on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you had one paintbrush, why would you even give somebody? All right, look, I'm just gonna turn on Love and Hip Hop on VH1. There you go. Just and I'm on the phone because we can't have no conversation. And the reason, Trouble Soul, that I can speak to you and what you've been through is because what I realized, and that was my blessing, was to realize that I wasn't alone as I thought I was walking down that driveway. To even get to the point where I would start believing that it was something wrong with me. Given, you know, maybe I did do some crazy shit. I remember as I was walking up and down the road, I'd be dribbling my basketball and I would have an apron on, work apron. I never got out of that shit of dressing like I worked somewhere. I felt like dressing like I worked somewhere made people not look at me as a threat as much. So I went through a lot of crazy or just unique phases in order to get to a place to where you're balanced enough to be just enough unique and just enough in this world or practical. But that's what it is. When you're ready, I done did all the fucking I'm gonna do. When you're fucking, you're wasting time. That's it. That's all. When you're fucking, you're wasting time. That's all. That's it. Because in order to fuck, you have to talk to the bitch, and as you talking, you just walking around the house. You're not getting nothing accomplished. You're not getting nothing accomplished. You just walking around the house talking to her and shit like that. And then when you start fucking her, you over there, you just chilling. You not doing no videos. You not doing nothing productive while you over there. You just over there chilling with her, whatever, getting to know her and fucking her some more. And so now it then got bored to you, and now she's nagging you as you're trying to do something productive. This is how the shit goes. This is the cycle. You showed interest in her in the beginning, and she now wants that all the time. You've set a standard that is impossible to keep up with, but because her mind has no practicality, she feels like this is forever, and this is why she goes out of her way and she does all the things that you ask her to do. And you know, you will feel like I'm big macho man, I'm big dick swinger, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like this bitch doing everything I say do. She give me this, give me that. But she's doing that because now her life's purpose has been fulfilled. Let me take this shit off because I see we're gonna be here for a while. Let me put my goddamn coat on, cause I see these motherfuckers. They not listening.
Oh,
They not listening.
We gotta kick it for a second.
Yeah, they not listening, man. They not listening.
We gotta kick it for a second.
Let me get my shit on, man.
Get comfortable. Put the vest on. Put the vest on. You gotta put it on. This serious right here.
What he said? Put on?
Put the vest on.
Yeah, put the vest on. No. We ain't put the vest on yet. We ain't put it on. We're gonna do that on the what's the new store? I don't think we got no gangster stores. Let's get this going. Yeah. Let's get the, as y'all can see the name tag. Let's talk about that for a second, y'all. Let's talk about the how confused what the fuck? You may have to reset this motherfucker. Folks are saying that the shit went out.
You may have to reset.
Okay, no, it's good. But here's the issue. As you are in this relationship, as you start the relationship, you're on the phone with her, and you have to look at that. Look at what you did to her as you came into it. Whether it be because you really wanted to see how soft that ass was, did it really move like that while you was fucking and shit like that, only to get in there and be like, damn, that ass feel good, how it's gelatinous, but pussy really ain't hitting on nothing.
Man!
Hold on, man. God damn, man. Let me get that. I'm gonna turn this goddamn camera on, man. God damn.
Say, look at that ass is gelatinous.
Situations I had, like, what?
Yeah, the booty is gelatinous. Yeah. Oh, fuck. That thing just ain't gripping like it's supposed to.
What's up with this? What's up with that loose booty? I like that loose booty because it feels good. And as a man, that's what we want. We want something soft. That lets us know that we're in the right place. This is why finding a female bodybuilder attractive, a nigga kind of look at you sideways because that's not soft. That's not feminine. That's not feminine.
That shit hard and rough.
Yeah, I don't want no bitch. No, I'm not with that. But yeah,
hold you at nighttime.
Yeah, I don't need you to hold like. No, you need something dainty and feminine, and that's why when a bitch come out there, what's up, fuck nigga? Like she talking like a nigga. I go swing these. I fight nigga too, fuck nigga. When we saw that bitch trying to rape that nigga and shit like that, like if you had like once, I'll be honest, and females grow up. I don't know how you gonna label this, but it needs to be said, ladies. What you may be taking for I'm a strong white woman, I'm a strong Indian woman, whatever the fuck you are, I'm a strong independent. And really when you say that shit, it don't sound right.
Well,
It only sound like when you said I'm a strong black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't hear other races saying that shit.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't need to be strong in their races. Like the women's not made to be the strong. You know what I'm saying? Like
the fuck
they made to be strong in other areas where the man, you feel me, falls short at on some emotional shit.
Come on, man. I'm a nurturing. That's what you
exactly.
Like. I'm a strong. I'm a strong. I stand on my own.
Yeah,
and
you picking goddamn.
The fuck you deadlifting. Like, look, the whole thing is they didn't made y'all feel like that's what you need to be. Who the fuck told you that? As I was talking to fuck was I talking to? We were talking about Black Lives Matter. Was that Ken Dio? I think that was Ken Dio. Who in the fuck told you Black Lives Matter? Who in the fuck told you defund the police and you just started repeating that shit? Do you know how many motherfuckers? It was a video. Did you see that video of that girl? She was woofing and shit like that and just talking her shit, whatever like that. And then her homegirl went to the door and then let the girl who talking that shit, she let her baby daddy in. And that nigga just coming that whole like, yeah, what's up? You thought I won't get your hoe? You thought I wasn't gonna get your hoe? And she talking rough. She talking rough and she thought her homegirl was there and she saw another nigga walk in. So she get these fuck nigga on me. Oh, wait till I get up. When she seen the door had closed, the motherfucker gone. Please.
Immediately.
Who in the fuck? Do you know how horrible your life is going to be? You don't have any idea how to fire a weapon. The fuck? These motherfuckers do breaching drills. The motherfuckers who really want to, like, they would gather up multiple black women from those fucking apartments and make a fucking harem. Make a fucking harem because they know that you don't have any idea, and probably that nigga can breach your door and tell you get in the truck and you'll go because he a fucking white man. Let me get my baby. Defund the police. What?
And you know what? I just want to say this also. Because of you breaking down certain shit, like how women, like as far as like how bitches be talking, like the bitches that be trying to talk like a nigga, you completely turn me off from bitches like that.
Oh yeah. You gotta
like you steered me away from that.
You better be.
Soon as I hear a bitch talk like that, I gotta walk away. I'm going opposite direction.
You better be. I'm telling you.
That bro shit, that's out. That all my G shit, that's out. I'm not. Yeah, go ahead.
A bitch who is talking about goddamn. I don't fuck with no broke nigga. Dog, if she sounds like, and I gave y'all this analogy, I think last week when I said, if you look at social media and pop culture as a big udder, a big round udder, or a big round ball, and this ball has udders just poking out of it, and just look at people as just fucking organisms that are just sucking on those teats of pop culture and social media. If a motherfucker sound like you just pulled them off of that bitch and they just regurgitate, no cap, you broke.
Period.
And they doing a June bug challenge and all this shit like this, and you just all about fucking whatever's going on right now, like that ain't the person for me. If you can't think, if you cannot think, and if you actually talk how people talk on the internet, no cap. And like you to be honest, my nigga, be for real. If you do a TikTok video in front of me, bitch, if you do any kind of video in front of me, it's over with. Any type of fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Like if it ain't like, when I say video, I mean like social media video. If you got a podcast and shit, if you got a podcast, I'll look at your podcast and I'll be able to tell what level you on and shit like that. But but I ain't gonna say that. But here it is. If she wanting to shoot some shit for her social media, oh, it's time. Oh shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Because it's showing you that she's living for that. And she's going to live for it. She has an audience. She feels she has to, just ride with my new boo. Oh, shit. We gotta turn the fuck around. But see, that's the thing. That's the first thing that you should do is ask if they have a social media. And look how frequently do they post to that social media. Bitch, shouldn't nobody have that much fucking time to where I don't give a fuck what the fuck you posting about. You shouldn't post that goddamn much. I don't give a fuck if it's about your kids. I don't give a fuck if it's uplifting memes. You got too much on this goddamn computer to not be getting paid for it.
Exactly.
Where do you work at? Are you looking for a job in entertainment or in something? No. You just post on social media like this for no reason? No. What that tell me is you trying to talk to somebody. Whether it be the bitches that you went to school with or a nigga that you went to school with, and you trying to the meme say sometimes you just gotta let bad things go out your life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of post you make and shit like that. The fuck, yeah, and so the fuck. And while I'm with you, or while I'm with you, you posting all this shit about when you blessed, good thing happen and all kind of shit like that. To me, that says that you trying to get at your ex-old man, your baby daddy, like you trying to make them mad. Look how happy I am. You trying to take all these pictures and shit like that. Yeah, no. You living for something else, like you, and that tells me that you're gonna do. You're a nab. Period. You're a nab. You are the average everyday bitch. You're not the catch. What I'm looking for is the catch. The needle in the haystack. The one the diamond in the rough. The one that everybody cannot find. If you're on social media, you're already out of the fucking picture. If you on social media and you only got 2 pictures and shit like that, that might pique a nigga interest. That means that you don't give a fuck about society. The most hypocritical thing that a bitch can do is be on social media and post, I don't give a fuck what nobody think. If you didn't give a fuck, you would not be posting that. You will be living that shit.
Right.
You will be living that shit. You don't get paid to do that internet shit, and you're doing that shit. You don't even like to be on camera. And you posting like a motherfucker. That'll get your ass, you a different type of nab. You a low level like this. Bitch, you ain't even on Instagram. Like, but you post so much, I know if you was what they call pretty, you will have be all over that motherfucker. You just know that them bad bitches on Instagram. You don't want to get up on that competition. So you just stick to goddamn posting memes and shooting at people. Like, I'm not with that shit. But that's how shit get fucked up though. Like, when you out here fucking, you wasting time. So, as I said, that's another distraction. But see, fucking comes hand in hand with crowds, and it comes hand in hand with doing drugs. Like, I don't see a motherfucker being sober and being able to not fuck. I don't see how you can do it. If I'm on the drug, not weed, because if I'm on weed, I just want to get alone while I'm safe.
No matter where we at, no matter if we at home. If we at home.
Real talk. I need to go. Yeah, I need to get in the corner. Real talk. But
look, before I get out of here, I just wanna say this to the new people walking in. I need y'all to really listen to this man when he say stuff to y'all, because there's hidden gems in all his messages. Don't take his message lightly.
I didn't even know that.
He's very heavy with it. Listen, bro. You know what I mean? Listen, this is why I watch you. This is why I donate. You know what I'm saying?
We'll talk.
Whenever. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? No matter that we're not the same blood, it don't matter. We are the same person.
Yes.
we are the same person.
Yes.
I don't, listen. I don't have to know. I don't have to know you in the physical to know that if you were to come up in some shit, I already know you ain't did nothing.
Real talk. And you know what? And that's so heavy, trouble soul, because that's really what we learn. That's truly what we learn is that, dog, and like I said, you don't find it a lot. So so if you know the story between me and Brim D, we are very different. We are very different. But come together because we are the same person. It's the same way of thinking, and for a long time I thought that he would be the only one that I could be on the same wavelength with. But
oh no, absolutely.
I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have, a nation of people who have the same. And that's why when I get these people who say out of the way things, those are just people who maybe catch on to a little intellect, but they not really like that, because I can tell by a motherfucker comment that what they like. Because if there's certain shit that if you really on that wavelength, you wouldn't say that, you wouldn't do that. When you get to a place in your life when you truly want to be better and you're tired of what you've been going through, you're gonna handle business. You're gonna handle business. You're gonna stand up and do something. And we just all have to get to that point. Real talk.
That's true, because I've been walking for 15 years. I just finally got me a car and got my license. I got the car in June, and I got my license in December of the end of last year.
Boy, I'm so proud of you, my nigga. I swear to God, dog, that's a real story. That's a real story. Right. Walking for 15 years and then get it, dog. That's the shit I'm proud of. When I sit in this chair, when I was sitting up front in the house, to know that I can speak to a motherfucker and get in their ass enough, and that's why motherfucker, like my mother would tell me to tone it down, and I would have to speak to her and say, that's not gonna work.
No, it's not.
When we talking about a motherfucker who got a real lion, a beast inside of them, who truly has the ability to make anything happen. I built a studio from the ground up with my fucking mind.
All right.
Out of my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? That's powerful. And that came from just stop being weak. And I sometimes I hate the fact that God had to force me out the street like that. But he did it on his time. But I hate that he had to do that, because it make me feel like, man, I ain't had no choice. I had to leave the street. But what type of things I would be able to achieve when I did. And when I say leave the street, honestly, without drugs, and this is why sobriety is first. Without drugs, I had no use for the street. My dream was never to be Pablo Escobar. I was supposed to be within entertainment. That was my goal. That's where I'm supposed to be at. And as soon as I got off the drugs, I was back to work and working productively like I work.
Right.
And drugs take that away from us. I will never lie to a motherfucker and say that I didn't have fun out there in the world. But it was only fun because God had his hands over me and he couldn't allow anything to happen to me, because we got people who was walking for 15 years who got their shit together through that good word. And that's what I'm talking about. I was protected. And a lot of people won't be protected out there because their journey isn't the same. It's not the same. But he kept me protected no matter what stupid shit I did. I'm sure I should have overdosed on Molly a couple times because I was really retarded on that shit.
And it's funny you say that, because I felt like that for thinking back on certain situations I had. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Somebody upstairs been watching me or been looking out for me, because there's a lot of situations that I was in that I probably should have been in a body bag just because I'm somewhere where I shouldn't have been.
Real talk.
and I got up out of there. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
something told me, look, you gotta go. You don't need to be around here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say this too. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the whole T.I. shit, and you know, motherfuckers reaching out to you.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason why people ain't reached out to you because they still ignorant to their own shit.
Yes. And listen.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you know, and see the thing is, hey yo, you're too cutthroat for people. You're way too cutthroat for people.
And listen, and we find that shit out about every 6 months. You know, we get somebody who comes in and I am straightforward, you know what I'm saying? But the way I talk to Brim D, I know that I can't talk to other people because they're not gonna reach that level. And I'll tell people like if
they're not tough enough.
Yeah, like if you but you know, like I said, if you haven't went through what me and him went through, then you may not know that everything I'm saying is coming from a place of I need you to succeed. You may think it's coming from a negative place. And so that's why like I would rather not deal with nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just work this shit over here and then you know we'll go from there. But that's real talk, and we've seen that on a lot of occasions that I am really too heavy. And because I'm gonna get straight to the point. If you aren't telling me something that's realistic, man, I'm gonna get me $1 million from getting that lottery ticket, and I'm gonna walk that bitch down the goddamn Catherine Street because they got a motherfucking can place over there. If it's not making sense to me, I'm gonna question your logic. And if you take me questioning your logic, well,
disrespectful.
Yeah, disrespectful of me being negative or me being mean. My nigga, it's best for you just to back. Yeah, it's best to back up off me because I'm not gonna be fake. Because like I said, I reached a point to where if you're not doing something logical and practical to make it to where you gonna make it to, I don't have no reason to be around you. I don't need. If you not finna be successful, if you not finna be doing something, I done wasted too much time. I wasted too much time. I need friends that I don't mind you being on the bottom as long as you ready to get to the top and you ready to put that above everything else.
Right.
If you ready to get, and that's why I tell people like, dog, this is all that I think about. Without drugs, all that I thought about was being successful in what I was doing. That's it. That's all. That's why sobriety is the first S. Being around people will give you the illusion that you are already doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I have to tell that nigga right there. Those people are fucking demons. They're not real people. They're fucking demons. I had them myself. When I was out there in the street, as long as I was on them tabs, I had plenty of hoes. I had little niggas wanting to ride with me, looking up to me. I was the king of the streets.
Right.
So much so that I'm in the middle of the most poverty-stricken gangster place in fucking Mobile, really outside of Pritchard, with a fucking broken 38, counting 20s just on the ground in front of the gas station. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. We about to go to Sugar's. I'm just out this bitch retarded. Because I'm on these drugs. Everybody's showing love. I got bitches. You know, I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at any moment, I could have been the victim.
Right.
Just retarded and delusional. And I'm telling y'all that sobriety will and can bring fear to your motherfucking brain. Because when I had to face the fact that I was damn near 30 years old and I didn't have anything, that shit was scary. That shit was scary. To know that I was 29 and I was coming back home to nothing. No job, no money, no income, no nothing. No bitch. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, how I caught my first felony was because I was actually running from that place in Pritchard. And when I was leaving, I felt like that situation, that money making scam was coming to an end. And so I was come back over and I called him. And I told
I got a question about that.
Okay.
Was that the remember the video you shot where you basically like took us on a tour like where you know what I'm saying, where
the hideout.
your location,
the hideout.
The hideout was that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that was?
I think it's that water. Go ahead. Yeah, that's where I was at. That's where I was at. That's where I left from. And I felt like the shit was coming to an end. So I called Remedy and I said I need me a soft place to land. And so he set up some. It was at the last minute. So he set me up a way to make me some money and shit like that. But because I brought that same Mo Pritchard attitude over here, within 2 weeks of coming here, I had a marijuana first because I came home.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit on the Molly, on the tabs. You know what I'm saying? Just retarded.
I been in Mobile, boy.
Yeah, just throw it off, and that's not how you do it over here.
Right.
And so this time, wait, let me see.
That was you with Marlon Willie Live.
Yeah.
Let me show you how I really do. Here we are.
But see, that's the whole thing. You remember how much I went down there with?
Exactly.
All they had was four little blunts. That's all that was left behind, 4 little grams. So I got to the first spot and handled business. Fair. You know what I'm saying? I really handled business. They really just slammed me on that marijuana first, and then
because it was in separate.
Yep.
Dang, I thought they had got the damn.
Yep. Oh, you never asked about it. Yeah, it was so that whole situation was so fucked up that it was just stole. But yep, that's how. And they threw me with, they slammed me with 12 attempted burglaries because I was, hey, let me in, somebody chasing me and shit like that. Oh man, they didn't heard the story, man. You tripping, man? You see on the phone, man. But nah, hey,
that's so fucked up every time you hit it though.
Yeah, they hit me. Yep. Shout out to that boy Monteo Marcus. He came back around. I came back around. I wish I had the speakers ready for y'all. But Trouble Soul, let me get out of here. We're gonna talk more about that, big home. I appreciate that love. Real talk.
Yeah, for sure, man. You already know how it goes, man. AO Nation over everything.
Over everything. We doing it just like that. So, like I told y'all, man, I don't know what the fuck is going on. My power's out. I gotta get in here. We got a busy day tomorrow. But I'm gonna look at what the general said, and we might be going live all week. So y'all see what's going on. And we're gonna see what's going on with it. Let me see. You don't see the corner? Oh, okay. Let me get up and go to the camera.
Oh, I want to cut the speaker.
Shout out to Eric Watson. If we don't got the speaker, I can't play it. Shout out to Eric Watson. Eric Watson said we're doing that $5 channel all the way. Shout out to Big Home on that. As far as the TI thing go, if you can't see the issue and where it stands, you are the problem. And that's it. That's all. We're gonna handle business. Y'all do the thing. We'll probably be back here tomorrow night. Let me see what's going on. Let me get over here to the Patreon, see what they're doing, and we'll see it from there. I'll see y'all in a minute. Love.